When I was in college back in the early 80s, in 1984, Tina Turner had what turned out to be the biggest hit song of her career. And the title of the song is What's Love Got to Do with It? And while I tend to enjoy R&B kind of music like Tina Turner sang back then, I was really turned off and didn't like the lyrics of that song. And part of what Tina Turner says in that song is, what's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? And even as a young man in my early 20s in college, I thought, you know what? That is so wrong. That's an incorrect message. Love is so much more than a second-hand emotion. Because even at that point in my life, the message of the Bible about love and what love is, especially Paul's remarkable description in 1 Corinthians 13, our scripture for today, had already had a formative impact on my life and on my perspective. So love is not a second-hand emotion. Paul writes what love is in 1 Corinthians 13 in verses 4 and 5. He says, love is patient, love is kind, love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. 1 Corinthians 13, which is often used at weddings, sometimes I've used it more and more at memorial services, because its message is so powerful and it resonates with us. Paul originally writes these words not to a married couple, but to the church as a whole, about the attitude with which we are to use and share and exercise our spiritual gifts, that everything we do is to be done in love. And love, as Paul describes it, is not an emotion. It is rather an act of the will. It is a series of choices and behaviors that we consciously choose to engage and act in on a consistent, regular basis. In fact, we might say it's not that we are choosing these things, it's that God's love in us is doing these things. And love is patient. It puts up with a lot. Love is kind, which is proactive and thinking about things we can do for other people. And love is not envious. It doesn't wish it had someone or something else. It's not boastful or arrogant, which are always negative spiritual behaviors. It's not rude. I mean, geez, if we could just get Christians in America not to be boastful or arrogant or rude, I think our chances of evangelizing our country would be so much better. And love also doesn't insist on its own way. It doesn't have to be what I want all the time. And it's not irritable or resentful. Oh, how I pray that as Christians we would live up to Paul's vision in 1 Corinthians 13 of what love is on a daily basis. The more you can, the more you and all your relationships will benefit.